I've just been editing the video and I just realised that some of the video didn't come out very well because my hands weren't in the right position for the camera when I was talking about this trigger sear, the rocker, and how this kind of works in conjunction with this, which is quite important. So this is a bit of an amendment to that. I'll see if I can explain it. It's difficult. Right, what you've got is a trigger sear. When this spring fits underneath there like that, and that little leg there fits underneath that spring like that. So when this pivots back, when that pivots back, it lifts that spring up. There's a little like ledge there on a straight bit here and a curved bit there. And all those are very, very important. What happens is the spring acts on the foot and pulls the foot down forward like that. Pulls the foot forward. When the foot's forward like that, when it's in the rest position, that little straight bit there has got to be pushing against the point of that rocker. When you wind it up, when you put spring tension on it, this spring is pushing up against the bottom of that lever. When the hole in the back of the wheel comes in line with that pin, it allows this to rock forward by that spring pressure there. And what happens is this goes from that position to that position. That's it. That's as much as it moves. When it's in that position, it's not doing anything. This can't go anywhere because it's just sitting at the end of that rocker. When it goes into that position, this can spring forward and get stuck underneath. In fact, it's more like that actually. It leads forward. It's like that. So this now is sitting on top of that little shelf there. Like that. So it's jammed in position. When you pull the trigger back like that, it can do that and go into that space there. So the action is, that's it when it's in the firing position. That's when it's in the normal position, and that's when it's wound up. So it's important that that's position 1, that's position 2, that's position 3. So that straight bit there is quite important. When I first built this, I didn't have that straight bit on. I had it an handle straight down there, straight down like that. And what was happening was, because that was at an handle, the spring was that strong on here, it was forcing that back. It was forcing it back like that because there was a ramp on the ramp on here was acting against the ramp on there and forcing the trigger back like that. But when it's there, or when it's there, it can't. So it's got to either be in that position, or in that position. It's quite difficult to kind of explain. And that fits in there like that. But it's actually it's like that. So that's got to go in there, and then that rotates and it pushes that out. That's as good as I can explain it, but you need to know, if you're trying to make one of these, you need to know how that mechanism interacts with that, how that interacts with that, and the spring, because it's all linked together.